Y'all, we are back with another monthly faves, and in this one, if you're not familiar, we're going to be talking about all of my faves, from tech to music, TV shows, clothes, pretty much anything I've been enjoying. So first up, y'all, this is an item. When I first tried it out, true story, I said this is the dumbest thing that I've ever spent my money on. It's this right here, box balling. I think it was a ad on Instagram, and I got lured in. And it's been sitting in my house for months, and I finally opened up and gave it a try, and it's a little low-key addictive, but it's fun, and it's a good little workout. It also has an app that works along with it, where it has games built inside and stuff like that. The only thing I don't like is that in order to play those games, you have to grant the app access to your camera and to your microphone, which I didn't quite understand because I wasn't using either, at least to my knowledge. I don't know if that's how it keeps score, whatever. But outside of that, this is fun. It's fairly easy to get the hang of. I think the reason that I was hating this before is because I didn't really follow directions and I didn't have it on my head proper. So you basically just take this adjustable strap here, wrap it around your head, and then adjust the string so that it hangs a little bit lower than your stomach. And you can adjust that by just simply like wrapping this around. Like, that's at least what I did. I don't know if there's a correct way or more correct way, but that's how I got it shorter. And then from there, you just kind of punch downward and slowly work your way up. And you start to find your rhythm after a little bit. And it also comes with a little carrying case so you can pack things up and take it with you, which low-key might be a fun party game. But yeah, this right here, I've been enjoying. AirPod cases. When I saw these, I just had to. It was just too cute to pass up. The fact that they're playing off of things like this was just genius to me. So yeah, these AirPod cases are definitely a fave right now of mine. And I'm gonna link them down below for you along with everything else in the video. All right, now this next item is one that I got questions on in my last monthly faves, and that is my new Edelkrone tripod. So this is known as the Stand Plus Pro, I wanna say. Again, I think an Instagram ad, like, they be getting me at least. Ultimately what this is a really flexible tripod. It appealed to me because of the versatility and what felt like a smaller footprint, which in person it does take up a little bit less space than my tripod does. Now, in order to get it into different positions, you do have to put your knee kind of on this area here, and then grab it on the bar here and then readjust like that. Now, where I like to use it the most at is when I'm grabbing B-roll, because I will say it is a lot easier to get this into different angles and positions than it would be for my more traditional tripod, because there's less things you have to interact with in order to get it, adjusted. Edelkrone offers two different options of this, one that holds a lighter camera setup and one that holds a heavier one. I went with the one that holds the heavier setup just because I couldn't figure out which I needed for my camera setup, so I just went for the one that I knew for sure would take care of it. Now, I will say this one is a little bit heavier, especially in comparison to my tripod from Peak Design. But another thing that this has is some like wheels on the bottom of the tripod. However, I will say be careful using this because it has already scratched my floor up a little bit. I am kind of rigging it right now to try to get it to have more of a vertical ability. So yeah, we'll see. Now, while we're on the topic of camera gear, another one that I have been enjoying is this quick release mount from Ulanzi. I just love how simplistic it is. I can just snap this like this and easily pop it in and out. This is where you lock it at. I can come down here, twist this, get all these different angles, or I could come here on the side, twist that, and be able to rotate it. So I'm kind of like in the sketchy mist of transitioning over my quick release mounts to that, or at least for certain recording setups that I have, and they're not badly priced either. One thing I have learned over the years, y'all, is that sometimes redundancy with gear is key. Like, it's going to improve the workflow, because sometimes what takes the longest is the setup to film. So if I can have something that I can quickly pop in and out, or just kind of leave stationary and not move, or buy multiple of, like these quick releases and hot shoes, then I'm gonna do it, because it definitely helps speed things up for me. Now, this next item is a unique one. It's a small one, but a useful one. And it is a identity stamp eraser kind of thingy. That's what I call it, at least. So you know when you throw out your mail and you normally will mark out your address on the label, or you might pull it off of a package? Instead of doing all of that, you can just take this stamp and scroll over it instead. Y'all, I was so sick of just scratching out my info or trying to pull the label off. We're not doing that no more. This is what I'm using instead. And they have different size stamps too. Now this item, it's one that I've gotten into recently and I'm expanding my collection. And that's pins. So this one I have here is one of the first that I purchased. I've been gifted some in the past with different press packages and even recently got one from Spotify. But I found this one here on Instagram. Go figure. Is Instagram becoming my new Amazon? But nonetheless, I got this one off of Instagram and I love it because it just reminds me of like Wu-Tang back in the day, you know. I mean, it's just classic. But I have my eye on some other ones. I love a good fragrance. And this one right here, I think, has kind of had mixed reviews, but I'm on team for it. So this is the latest perfume release from Beyonce. Honestly sure the exact name of it, but I found out about it when I was at her Renaissance concert last year, and I immediately fell in love with it and actually pre-ordered it that night. But I thought the packaging was cute, and I love the fact that it came with a free travel size perfume. So I don't always have to lug around a larger bottle or trying to put it in something to take with me anyway. I will say this is definitely more like a floral scent. But I'm loving it, and we're entering that season that's probably gonna be, in my eyes, perfect for wearing it. All right, now this next item, God, should I lure? It's a little wrinkle right now. I want to show you. I've recently, hold up, can you see it? Oh, this shirt here, y'all. I picked this up from, I had to laugh, so like, I'm about to say it again. Instagram, okay? God. But this is a shirt that I actually found out though from Everyday Cachet. If y'all don't know her, you should check out her content. But that's the homie, good vibe, good energy, check her out. But I was watching her story a while back and I saw she was wearing a Babs shirt. And if you don't know, Babs is like one of my favorite movies of all time. And so when I saw the shirt, I'm like, oh my God, I had to get it. I went ahead and purchased 2 of these. So I got the Babs one and I saw this one for Tina Turner that I really liked, so I got that one too. And the quality on these, y'all, is good. The material isn't thin, but I just love his art on these. Ryan Rice, I believe that's how you say his name. But I will warn you, when it came to the shipping on this, it was terrible. I think I ordered these in February and I literally just got one of the shirts. But if you can deal with that, these are worth picking up. So this one right here, y'all, is a game that I just love to play. It's known as Skin Deep. So basically what Skin Deep consists of is a deck of cards that has very, thought-provoking, deep, intimate conversation-like questions. The idea of the game is kind of like create a safe space to have some of those tougher conversations or just different conversations in general to, get to know that person better. The thing that I like with it is that they have different topics. I personally bought a couple of them. I have the Friends Edition, I have the Couples Edition, Long-Term Edition. To me, they're all good. And I know personally, my fiance and I, we love playing it. We even played it during one of our road trips. And I played the Friends Edition as well with a few of my friends, and I like it. Y'all, I don't know, I just get so giddy for some reason. Every time it comes to talking about bags. I recently got another one in from an event that I went to with Spotify. I actually did a recap of my time there, which I'll link down below, but ultimately it's on my Instagram. But the bag. They gave us this one here from Reigns. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love Reigns. The quality on these is just so good. Oh my gosh. I just literally noticed that it says Spotify. It's not just Reigns. It says Spotify on the side. That is so cute. I literally just saw that. Wow. But okay, so the thing that I really like with Reigns bags is that they're super easy to clean off. When it comes to duffels, we have these, some are everywhere, so you want to be able to kind of clean the bottom off when you're done and you get home. And the type of material that this is made of is pretty much the same as a raincoat, so it's nothing to wipe down. But in terms of pockets, this one doesn't have any. It does, however, have 2 different ways in which you can carry it. So you can either use the handle here, or I can wear it over my shoulder. But I got a bag similar to this that's actually a little bit larger. I think this one is the Weekender. Good quality bags for sure. TV shows and music. All right, lately I've been watching a couple of shows on Netflix. One of those being The Resident. Now this one is like a combination of Grey's Anatomy and House. I went in not expecting much. I don't know why, I just didn't. But it's actually really, really good. I like the storyline, I love the characters. It just follows them along their journey in the hospital, being doctors, the challenges they face at work and also away from work. I think it's like 6 seasons. I am currently on season 2. So we're very much in the beginning. But I really don't know how to explain it beyond that without telling you too much. So I'm gonna leave it there and just encourage you to watch it. Now, another show on Netflix that I've been checking out is actually one my fiance put me on and we're watching together. This one here is a comedy and it's known as Kimmy Schmidt. I think I said that right. It's known as the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, but it's hilarious though. I'm trying to figure a way to describe the humor. It's like, I don't want to call it like the Office kind of humor or Parks and Recreation or anything like that, but it's like a sprinkle in that space, so to speak. And this kind of paints the picture for you because it all starts with Kimmy, who's found in a bunker underground where she has been living for years. But when she's rescued, we discover that this entire time she's been down there, she didn't know an actual world existed beyond that. It was her and a couple of other girls down there in the bunker that had been kidnapped and basically brainwashed to think that the world ended. So when they step out into the world and they see all the wonders that it has, she has to readjust, but everything's new to her. It's kind of like a child stepping into the world. But nonetheless, it's funny watching, you know, her ups and downs of just navigating life. Now, the last TV show I've been watching is on Apple TV Plus, and it's known as C. Now, I saw the first 2 seasons of this a while back, but recently I started watching season 3, and it's good. It takes place at a point in time in the future where the world has ended, but it's ended more so in the way that we have known it to be, and it exists now in a new way where people have lost sight, so no one can see except certain people, which I can't remember now why they can see, but being that most of the world can't see, those that can see don't want those that can't see to know. So needless to say, different groups of people are at war with each other. But it just shows the different stories that are happening between those groups, but it predominantly comes from a certain family's point of view. All in all, a good show. And now, of course, when it comes to music, we have been on that Cowboy Carter heavy. I know right now I've really been loving Sweet Honey Buckin', that's like probably top of the list. Levi Jeans, Amen, Yaya, Spaghetti, of course Riverdance, 16 Carriages, just so many. Alligator Tears, did I say that one? I don't know. So that's the latest album that I've had in rotation. But something, y'all, that I would love to do with y'all is create a playlist together. And I actually got this idea from my Suge Cam. He basically asked a group of us what song had us in a chokehold right now and made a playlist out of all of the songs. I loved it. So yeah, I want to do the same thing with y'all because it was just so fun. So to submit your song to the playlist, join my broadcast channel. I'm gonna link it down below in the description box as well as in the comment section. I'm gonna pin it to the top. I'm gonna have a Dropbox in there in which you can send the song to. I'm also have the playlist that we make linked down below as well. And if we're successful with this, I think I'm gonna update it every time I do a new monthly faves. So it's like our monthly playlist. I love this idea because I love discovering new music. And I think it'd be kind of cool to know what y'all are listening to. You know what I'm listening to, and we make a playlist together. But all right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this one. Feel free to hit the subscribe button down below and feel free to follow me on IG. But I will be back next Saturday with another video because we on the weekly uploads. And as always, y'all, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.